Hello everyone. Hi you. Hi you. Hi you. Hi you. How are you all doing? Annyeong. Welcome to book club. Welcome. Welcome. Hi. So today, oh, there's reverb. Is that okay? Should we keep the reverb on? I don't know. Do you think it would be fun with the reverb, or should we take it off? I don't know. I'm gonna take it off for now. We can decide later. So I have two short stories prepared for you today, but depending on how long they take, I might read more. I'll look for more. The two that I have for today, is The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe and The Veldt by Ray Bradbury. So if you guys want to get your own copies of these books really quickly, perhaps online, because I did not. I was looking for my physical copy of The Telltale Heart and I couldn't find it. I think Sister Taco might have it. So she came up to me today and she was like, "So, when is Sister Taco coming back?" And I was like, "Oh, you want to go on my stream?" And she was like, "Yeah, when am I making a comeback?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know." She's so funny. But perhaps not today, but in the near future. Today it does have to be a little bit of a shorter stream because I do have quite a bit of homework due. I have to go back to locking in, but I wanted to spend some time with you guys before I had to go back into the dungeons, into the mines, into the trenches. Yes. I also, now upon reflection, this is probably not the best idea, but I have a bowl of yogurt in front of me, and the reason I say that this is not the best idea is because dairy is actually really bad for your throat. So I'm gonna actually put the yogurt to the side for now. Goodbye, yogurt, and I will drink my water while we do this. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna start with The Telltale Heart, and then we will read The Veldt. It's just gonna be very chill. I hope that's okay. Yay! Oh, my tuition payment reminder. Okay. Sounds good. I'm not procrastinating. I'm only taking a little break. I promise. I promise. Okay. So I'm going to start. Yes, do we want to do reverb or no reverb? And she just started streaming. Okay, never mind. Yes, you're just in time. You're just in time. But I hope you guys will get comfy. Maybe grab a cup of tea, coffee if that's your thing, but maybe not if it's super close to your bedtime. You could also, if you have PJs, get into your PJs. Get tucked in if it's your bedtime. Just get comfy. Get comfy. Although the two short stories I have for you today are a little bit on the darker side, but they're some of my favorite ones from my childhood. So, no reverb. Okay, I think we're gonna do no reverb then, just because I also kind of agree. I feel like it's cozier without reverb. No. Yeah. Okay. Should I start? I don't know. I was going to read the Skin Horse book, and I was like, okay, where do I get the Skin Horse book? But there's no PDF online that I could find. If someone else can find the PDF, please let me know so I can read it to you guys. But I couldn't find the PDF, and then I was like, okay, well, what if for another stream, I like bought it and then we could read it, and then I looked on Amazon and it's $94. This book doesn't freaking exist. Doesn't exist. It's like the vintage version that you can. It's like a collectible. I'm like, oh damn, okay. One of the Amazon reviews is like It's falling apart, and I'm like, oh god. I really do want to read it though, so maybe one day I'll splurge for the $90 book. But I do feel like my money could be better spent. Okay. I'm gonna drink some water before we start. I'm like kind of nervous. I don't know why. Ugh. It's been years since I read either of these, so I'm really sorry if I mess up at any point. Yeah. Story time! Story time. Anyways, okay. Na 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 na. Ba da 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 da. Na 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 na. Ba da da. Okay, I'm very nervous. Oh my god. Okay. Are you guys ready? Is the BGM too loud? Should we pick a different? I kind of want a different one. I'm kind of over this vibe. I think I like this. Do we like this? Which one do we like? What are we? Okay, I think I'm gonna do with this. This one sounds good. Alright. Okay. So, we are going to start for real! Alright. The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. It's true. Yes, I have been ill, very ill. But why do you say that I have lost control of my mind? Why do you say that I am mad? Can you not see that I have full control of my mind? Is it not clear that I am not mad? Indeed, the illness only made my mind, my feelings, my senses stronger, more powerful. My sense of hearing, especially, became more powerful. I could hear sounds I had never heard before. I heard sounds from heaven, and I heard sounds from hell. Listen! Listen, and I will tell you how it happened. You will see, you will hear how healthy my mind is. It is impossible to say how the idea first entered my head. There was no reason for what I did. I did not hate the old man. I even loved him. He had never hurt me. I did not want his money. I think it was his eye. His eye was like the eye of a vulture, the eye of one of those terrible birds that watch and wait while an animal dies, and then fall upon the dead body and pull it to pieces to eat it. When the old man looked at me with his vulture eye, a cold feeling went up and down my back. Even my blood became cold. And so, I finally decided I had to kill the old man and close that eye forever. So you think that I am mad? A madman cannot plan. But you should have seen me. During all of that week, I was as friendly to the old man as I could be, and warm and loving. Every night, at about 12 o'clock, I slowly opened his door. And when the door was wide enough, I put my hand in, and then my head. In my hand, I held a light covered over with a cloth so that no light showed. And I stood there quietly. Then, carefully, I lifted the cloth just a little so that a single thin, small light fell across that eye. For 7 nights I did this, 7 long nights, every night at midnight. Always the eye was closed, so it was impossible for me to do the work. For it was not the old man I felt I had to kill. It was the eye, his evil eye. And every morning I went to his room, and with a warm, friendly voice I asked him how he had slept. He could not guess that every night, just at 12, I looked in at him as he slept. The 8th night I was more than usually careful as I opened the door. The hands of a clock moved more quickly than did my hand. Never before had I felt so strongly my own power. I was now sure of success. The old man was lying there, not dreaming that I was at his door. Suddenly, he moved in his bed. You may think I became afraid, but no. The darkness in his room was thick and black. I knew he could not see the opening of the door. I continued to push the door slowly, softly. I put in my head, I put in my hand with the covered light. Suddenly, the old man sat straight up in bed and cried, "Who's there?" I stood quite still. For a whole hour, I did not move, nor did I hear him again lie down in his bed. He just sat there, listening. Then I heard a sound, a low cry of fear which escaped from the old man. Now I knew that he was sitting up in his bed, filled with fear. I knew that he knew that I was there. He did not see me there. He could not hear me there. He felt me there. Now he knew that death was standing there. Slowly, little by little, I lifted the cloth until a small, small light escaped from under it to fall upon that vulture eye. It was open, wide, wide open, and my anger increased as it looked straight at me. I could not see the old man's face, only that eye, that hard blue eye, and the blood in my body became like ice. Have I not told you that my hearing had become unusually strong? Now I could hear a quick, low, soft sound, like the sound of a clock heard through a wall. It was the beating of the old man's heart. I tried to stand quietly, but the sound grew louder. The old man's fear must have become great indeed. And as the sound grew louder, my anger became greater, and more painful. But it was more than anger. In the quiet night and the dark silence of the bedroom, my anger became fear. For the heart that was beating so loudly that I was sure someone must hear, the time had come. I rushed into the room, crying, "Die! Die!" The old man gave a loud cry of fear as I fell upon him and held the bed covers tightly over his head. Still his heart was beating, but I smiled as I felt that success was near. For many minutes that heart continued to beat, but at last the beating stopped. The old man was dead. I took away the bed covers and held my ear over his heart. There was no sound. Yes, he was dead. Dead as stone. His eye would trouble me no more. So I am mad, you say. You should have seen how careful I was to put the body where no one could find it. First, I cut off the head, then the arms and the legs. I was careful not to let a single drop of blood fall onto the floor. I pulled up 3 of the boards that formed the floor and put the pieces of the body there. Then I put the boards down again, carefully, so carefully that no human eye could see that they had been moved. As I finished this work, I heard that someone was at the door. It was now 4 o'clock in the morning, but still dark. I had no fear, however, as I went down to open the door. 3 men were at the door, 3 officers of the police. One of the neighbors had heard the old man's cry and had called the police. These 3 had come to ask questions and to search the house. I asked the policeman to come in. The cry, I said, was my own, in a dream. The old man, I said, was away. He had gone to visit a friend in the country. I took them through the whole house, telling them to search it all, to search well. I led them finally into the old man's bedroom. As if playing a game with them, I asked them to sit down and talk for a while. My easy, quiet manner made the policemen believe my story, so they sat talking with me in a friendly way. But although I answered them in the same way, I soon wished that they would go. My head hurt, and there was a strange sound in my ears. I talked more and faster. The sound became clearer, and still they sat and talked. Suddenly I knew that the sound was not in my ears. It was not just inside my head. At that moment I must have become quite white. I talked still faster and louder, and the sound too became louder. It was a quick, low, soft sound, like the sound of a clock heard through a wall, a sound I knew well. Louder it became, and louder. Why did the men not go? Louder, louder! I stood up and walked quickly around the room. I pushed my chair across the floor to make more noise, to cover that terrible sound. I talked even louder, and still the men sat and talked and smiled. Was it possible that they could not hear? No, they heard. I was certain of it. They knew! Now it was they who were playing a game with me. I was suffering more than I could bear, from their smiles and from that sound. Louder, louder, louder! Suddenly, I could bear it no longer. I pointed at the boards and cried, "Yes! Yes, I killed him! Pull up the boards and you shall see. I killed him! But why does his heart not stop beating? Why does it not stop?" The end! The end. This one's really short. Yay! Yippee! Yippee! That was The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. Yippee! I'm gonna drink some water. You guys like it? I love this story. That's not the book. That's the book I read last stream. I Need the Skin Horse, which is like impossible to find. I looked for like 20 minutes. Not 20 minutes, like 30 minutes today. I looked. It's impossible. Not possible. I drink some more. I drink some more. That was a great story. I'm glad you liked it. It's one of my favorite short stories ever. I think it might be my favorite Edgar Allan Poe. Although I do like shoot, what's it called? I think it's a poem. Lenore. I like Lenore. A Dream Within a Dream is also good though. Yes. And of course The Raven is like iconic. It's very good. I'm a big Edgar Allan Poe fan. If you can call me that. Oh, I also have... let me see. Book club! We finished the first short story. We're just reading short stories today. I'm deciding which one to read. I have The Veldt by Ray Bradbury and All Summer in a Day by Ray Bradbury. These are both kind of darker. I think All Summer in a Day I really like. These are all kind of short stories from my childhood. I used to have like a really big like collection of like a bunch of like old like short stories, and I think these were in there as well. I also used to read a lot of George Orwell, so Animal Farm. Well, that one was for school, but I also really liked I just liked the book. And then there was Fahrenheit 450. No, that's Ray Bradbury. Fahrenheit 451 is Ray Bradbury. What's the George Orwell? Wait, is George Orwell the... Guys, hold on. Is that Animal Farm? 1984. That's the one that I meant. Yes, 1984. But I also like Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. Although I kind of forget what it's about. It was so long ago. I want to read all these books, but I also want to read new books because I feel like rereading books is kind of like cheating. Even though it's not really. I'm just a baby about it. I was just talking about Animal Farm yesterday. Why were you talking about Animal Farm? Gumi, I burped. Did you guys hear me burp? I hope you didn't. That's really embarrassing, actually. Okay, let's see. We can read The Veldt. This one's kind of long, though. Oh, we're talking about books we had to read in high school. Oh, I see. Animal Farm I had to read in, I think, elementary or middle school. I remember in elementary school we had to read Hatchet. And that one was kind of crazy. It's about this guy. It's like this kid. And his plane crashes and he has to, like, work and, like... Or not work. He has to, like, survive in the wilderness. Which is like kind of craziness, no? I guess I was middle school, we don't call it that here. Oh, I see. Orwell wrote an amazing essay slash short story called Shooting an Elephant. Oh! I had to read that last semester, actually. I didn't realize that was Orwell. It's the one where he shoots the... like, he doesn't want to shoot the elephant. But then he does, and then he's like, but the people cheered me on, and it felt like it was the first time. I had to write about that. Maybe we can read Shooting the Elephant. We're gonna start with Ray Bradbury short stories, though. We'll start with The Veldt, and then if we have time, we'll read All Summer in a Day. Ray Bradbury, if you guys aren't familiar, is more of a dystopian novelist. I believe, like science fiction, dystopian type themes. So The Veldt is forgive me if I'm getting any of this wrong, and I guess we'll figure out what it's about together as we read it. If you guys didn't I should also probably talk about The Telltale Heart before we move on. If you guys didn't understand it, basically just it's about this guy. He's like crazy, and he's like, well, I'm not crazy. Why would I be crazy? You know, I killed a man, and I you know, blah 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 blah. And then he kills the man. He's like, well, why would I be crazy if I did it so meticulously? And then the police come, and he's like about to get away with it, and then he's like actually going insane, and he like admits to it for no reason. So I think it's kind of like, I don't know if it's like commentary on guilt, but it's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like there are a lot of themes about guilt in it, and just like it'll come back to bite ya. Crazy, I was crazy once. I like unironically while I was reading it, that's all I could think of. Crazy, I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room full of rats. I hate rats. They make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. Rats. Rats. Alright, so we're gonna do The Veldt. I do kind of forget what it's about. It's about like this room, and it's like kind of like about AI. I feel like actually this is very relevant in the modern world. When was this written though? This was written a very long time ago. The Veldt, Ray Bradbury. It was written 1950. How did he know? So okay, so the synopsis is a science fiction short story about the Hadley family, who live in an automated house with a virtual reality nursery that creates any environment that the children imagine. So I guess it's kind of about like the dangers of technology. Which in 1950 is kind of crazy. He was ahead of his time. I was thinking of reading Tuck Everlasting to you guys, but I didn't know how you guys would feel about like a romance. But that was one of my favorite books as a child. I was kind of obsessed with it. I haven't read it since I was a child though, so I don't remember really what happens. Do you guys have Tuck Everlasting? I never watched the movie, but isn't it the girl from Gilmore Girls? Anyways, without further ado, I will read The Veldt by Ray Bradbury. Let me sit in a comfortable position. Aha, okay. You guys ready? Get comfy again. Ready? The Veldt by Ray Bradbury. George, I wish you'd look at the nursery. What's wrong with it? I don't know. Well, then. I just want you to look at it is all, or call a psychologist in to look at it. What would a psychologist want with a nursery? You know very well what he'd want. His wife paused in the middle of the kitchen and watched the stove, busy humming to itself, making supper for 4. It's just that the nursery is different now than it was. All right, let's have a look. They walked down the hall of their soundproofed Happy Life home, which had cost them $30,000 installed. This house which clothed and fed and rocked them to sleep and play and sang and was good to them. Their approach sensitized a switch somewhere, and the nursery light flicked on when they came within 10 feet of it. Similarly, behind them in the halls, light went on and off as they left them behind with a soft automaticity. "Well," said George Hadley. They stood on the thatched floor of the nursery. It was 40 feet across by 40 feet long and 30 feet high. It had cost half again as much as the rest of the house. "But nothing's too good for our children," George had said. The nursery was silent. It was empty as a jungle glade at hot high noon. The walls were blank and two-dimensional. Now, as George and Lydia Hadley stood in the center of the room, the walls began to purr and recede into crystalline distance, it seemed, and presently an African veldt appeared, in 3 dimensions on all sides, in color reproduced to the final pebble and a bit of straw. The ceiling above them became a deep sky with a hot yellow sun. George Hadley felt the perspiration start on his brow. "Let's get out of the sun," he said. "This is a little too real. But I don't see anything wrong." "Wait a moment. You'll see," said his wife. Now the hidden odorphonics were beginning to blow a wind of odor at the 2 people in the middle of the baked veldt land. The hot straw smell of lying grass, the cool green smell of the hidden water hole, the great rusty smell of animals, the smell of dust like a red paprika in the hot air. And now, the sounds. The thump of distant antelope feet on grassy sod, the papery rustling of vultures. A shadow passed through the sky. The shadow flickered on George Hadley's upturned, sweating face. "Filthy creatures," he heard his wife say. "The vultures." "You see, there are the lions far over that way. Now they're on their way to the water hole. They've just been eating," said Lydia. "I don't know what." "Some animal." George Hadley put his hand up to shield off the burning light from his squinted eyes. "A zebra or a baby giraffe, maybe." "Are you sure?" His wife sounded particularly tense. "No, it's a little late to be sure," he said, amused. "Nothing over there I can see but cleaned bone and the vultures dropping for what's left." "Did you hear that scream?" she asked. "No." "About a minute ago." "Sorry, no." The lions were coming, and again George Hadley was filled with admiration for the mechanical genius who had conceived this room. A miracle of efficiency selling for an absurdly low price. Every home should have one. Oh, occasionally they frightened you with their clinical accuracy, they startled you, gave you a twinge, but most of the time, what fun for everyone, not only your own son or daughter, but for yourself, when you felt like a quick jaunt to a foreign land, a quick change of scenery. Well, here it was, and here were the lions now, 15 feet away, so real, so feverishly and startlingly real that you could feel the prickling fur on your hand, and your mouth was stuffed with the dusty upholstery smell of their heated pelts, and the yellow of them was in your eyes like the yellow of an exquisite French tapestry. The yellow of lions and summer grass, and the sound of the matted lion lungs exhaling on the silent noontide, and the smell of meat from the panting, dripping mouths. The lion stood looking at George and Lydia Hadley with terrible green-yellow eyes. "Watch out!" screamed Lydia. The lions came running at them. Lydia bolted and ran. Instinctively, George sprang after her. Outside, in the hall, with the door slammed, he was laughing and she was crying, and they both stood appalled at the other's reaction. "George!" "Lydia, oh my dear, poor, sweet Lydia. They almost got us." "Walls, Lydia, remember. Crystal walls, that's all they are." "Oh, they look real, I must admit. Africa in your parlor. But it's all dimensional, super reactionary, super sensitive color film and mental tape film behind glass screens. It's all odorphonics and sonics, Lydia. Here's my handkerchief." "I'm afraid." She came to him and put her body against him and cried steadily. "Did you see? Did you feel? It's too real." "Now, Lydia, you've got to tell Wendy and Peter not to read any more on Africa." Of course, he patted her. "Promise?" "Sure. And lock the nursery for a few days until I get my nerves settled." "You know how difficult Peter is about that. When I punished him a month ago by locking the nursery for even a few hours, the tantrum he threw, and Wendy too. They live for the nursery. It's got to be locked. That's all there is to it. All right. Reluctantly, he locked the huge door. You've been working too hard. You need a rest. I don't know, she said, blowing her nose, sitting down in a chair that immediately began to rock and comfort her. Maybe I don't have enough to do. Maybe I have time to think too much. Why don't we shut the whole house off for a few days and take a vacation? You mean, you want to fry my eggs for me? Yes, she nodded. And darn my socks? Yes, a frantic, watery-eyed nodding. And sweep the house? Yes, oh yes. But I thought that's why we bought this house, so we wouldn't have to do anything. That's just it. I feel like I don't belong here. The house is wife and mother now, and nursemaid. Can I compete with an African Velt? Can I give a bath and scrub my children as efficiently or as quickly as the automatic scrub bath can? I can't, and it isn't just me. It's you. You've been awfully nervous lately. I suppose I have been smoking too much. You look as if you didn't know what to do with yourself in this house either. You smoke a little more every morning and drink a little more every afternoon and need a little more sedative every night. You're beginning to feel uneasy too. Unnecessary too. I can't talk. Am I? He paused and tried to feel into himself to see what was really there. Oh, George, she looked beyond him at the nursery door. Those lions can't get out of there. Can they? He looked at the door and saw it tremble as if something had jumped against it from the other side. Of course not, he said. At dinner, they ate alone, for Wendy and Peter were at a special plastic carnival across town and had televised home to say they'd be late to go ahead eating. So George Hadley, bemused, sat watching the dining room table produce warm dishes of food from its mechanical interior. We forgot the ketchup, he said. Sorry, said a small voice within the table, and ketchup appeared. As for the nursery, thought George Hadley, it won't hurt for the children to be locked out of it a while. Too much of anything isn't good for anyone, and it was clearly indicated that the children had been spending a little too much time on Africa. That sun, he could feel it on his neck still, like a hot paw, and the lions, and the smell of blood. Remarkable how the nursery caught the telepathic emanations of the children's mind and created life to fill their every desire. The children thought lions, and there were lions. The children thought zebras, and there were zebras. Sun, sun. Giraffes, giraffes. Death, and death. That last. He chewed tastelessly on the meat that the table had cut for him. Death thoughts. They were awfully young, Wendy and Peter, for death thoughts. Or no, you were never too young, really. Long before you knew what death was, you were wishing it on someone else. When you were 2 years old, you were shooting people with cat pistols. But this, the long, hot African veldt, the awful death in the jaws of a lion, and repeated again and again. Where are you going? He didn't answer Lydia. Preoccupied, he let the lights glow softly on ahead of him, extinguished behind him as he padded to the nursery door. He listened against it. Far away, a lion roared. He unlocked the door and opened it. Just before he stepped inside, he heard a faraway scream, and then another roar from the lions, which subsided quickly. He stepped into Africa. How many times in the last year had he opened this door and found Wonderland, Alice, the Mock Turtle, or Aladdin and his magical lamp, or Jack Pumpkinhead of Oz, or Dr. Dolittle, or the cow jumping over a very real-appearing moon? All the delightful contraptions of a make-believe world. How often had he seen Pegasus flying in the sky ceiling, or seen fountains of red fireworks, or heard angel voices singing? But now is yellow-hot Africa this big oven with murder in the heat. Perhaps Lydia was right. Perhaps they needed a little vacation from the fantasy which was growing a bit too real for 10-year-old children. It was all right to exercise one's mind with gymnastic fantasies, but when the lively child mind settled on one pattern, it seemed that, at a distance, for the past month he had heard lions roaring and smelled their strong odor seeping as far away as the study door. But, being busy, he had paid it no attention. I need water. George Hadley stood on the African grassland alone. The lions looked up from their feeding, watching him. The only flaw to the illusion was the open door through which he could see his wife, far down the dark hall, like a framed picture, eating her dinner abstractedly. "Go away," he said to the lions. They did not go. He knew the principle of the room exactly. You sent out your thoughts, whatever you thought would appear. "Let's have Aladdin and the lamp," he snapped. The Veltland remained. The lions remained. "Come on, room, I demand Aladdin," he said. Nothing happened. The lions mumbled in their baked pelts. "Aladdin!" He went back to dinner. "The full room's out of order," he said. "It won't respond." Or what? "Or it can't respond," said Lydia, "because the children have thought about Africa and lions and killing so many days that the room's in a rut." Could be. Or Peter set it to remain that way. Set it? He may have got into the machinery and fixed something. Peter doesn't know machinery. He's a wise one for 10, that IQ of his, nevertheless. "Hello, Mom. Hello, Dad." The Hadleys turned. Wendy and Peter were coming in the front door, cheeks like peppermint candy, eyes like bright blue agate marbles, a smell of ozone in their jumpers from the trip in the helicopter. "You're just in time for supper," said both parents. "We're full of strawberry ice cream and hot dogs," the children said, holding hands. "But we'll sit and watch." "Yes, come tell us about the nursery," said George Hadley. The brother and sister blinked at him and then at each other. "Nursery?" "All about Africa and everything," said the father with false joviality. "I don't understand," said Peter. "Your mother and I were just traveling through Africa with rod and reel. Tom Swift and his electric lion," said George Hadley. "There's no Africa in the nursery," said Peter simply. "Oh, come now, Peter, we know better." "I don't remember any Africa," said Peter to Wendy. "Do you?" "No." "Run, see, and come tell." She obeyed. "Wendy, come back here," said George Hadley. But she was gone. The house lights followed her like a flock of fireflies. Too late, he realized. He had forgotten to lock the nursery doors after his last inspection. "Wendy'll look and come tell us," said Peter. "She doesn't have to tell me. I've seen it." "I'm sure you're mistaken, Father." "I'm not, Peter. Come along now." But Wendy was back. "It's not Africa," she said breathlessly. "We'll see about this," said George Hadley, and they all walked down the hall together and opened the nursery door. There was a green, lovely forest, a lovely river, a purple mountain, high voices singing, and Rima, lovely and mysterious, lurking in the trees with colorful flights of butterflies like animated bouquets lingering in her hair. The African Veltland was gone. The lions were gone. Only Rima was here now, singing a song so beautiful that it brought tears to your eyes. George Hadley looked in at the changed scene. "Go to bed," he said to the children. They opened their mouths. "You heard me," he said. They went off to the air closet where a wind sucked them like brown leaves up the flue to their slumber rooms. George Hadley walked through the singing glade and picked up something that lay in the corner near where the lions had been. He walked slowly back to his wife. "What is that?" she asked. "An old wallet of mine," he said. He showed it to her. The smell of hot grass was on it, and the smell of lion. There were drops of saliva on it. It had been chewed. And there were blood smears on both sides. He closed the nursery door and locked it tight. In the middle of the night, he was still awake, and he knew his wife was awake. "Do you think Wendy changed it?" she said at last in the dark room. "Of course. Made it from a veldt into a forest and put Rima there instead of lions? Yes." "Why?" "I don't know, but it's staying locked until I find out." "How did your wallet get there?" "I don't know anything," he said, "except that I'm beginning to be sorry we bought that room for the children. If the children are neurotic at all, a room like that, it's supposed to help them work off their neuroses in a helpful way. I'm starting to wonder." He stared at the ceiling. "We've given the children everything they ever wanted. Is this our reward? Secrecy? Disobedience?" Who was it that said, "Children are carpets, they should be stepped on occasionally"? We've never lifted a hand. They're insufferable, let's admit it. They come and go when they like. They treat us as if we were the offspring. They're spoiled, and we're spoiled. They've been acting funny ever since you forbade them to take the rocket to New York a few months ago. They're not old enough to do that alone," I explained. Nevertheless, I notice that they've been decidedly cold towards us since. I think I'll have David McLean come tomorrow morning to have a look at Africa. But it's not Africa now, it's Green Mansions County in Rima. I have a feeling it'll be Africa again before then. A moment later, they heard the screams. 2 screams. 2 people screaming from downstairs, and then a roar of lions. Wendy and Peter aren't in their room, said his wife. He lay in bed with his beating heart. No, he said. They've broken into the nursery. Those screams, they sound familiar. Do they? Yes, awfully. And although their beds tried very hard, the 2 adults couldn't be rocked to sleep for another hour. The smell of cats was in the night air. Father, said Peter. Yes. Peter looked at his shoes. He never looked at his father anymore, nor at his mother. You aren't going to lock up the nursery for good, are you? That all depends. On what? Snapped Peter. On you and your sister. If you intersperse this Africa with a little variety, Sweden perhaps, or Denmark, or China, I thought we were free to play as we wished. You are within reasonable bounds. What's wrong with Africa, father? Oh, so now you admit you've been conjuring up Africa, do you? I wouldn't want the nursery locked up, said Peter coldly. Ever. Matter of fact, we're thinking of turning the whole house off for a month. Live sort of a carefree one-for-all existence. That sounds dreadful. Would I have to tie my own shoes instead of letting the shoe tire do it? And brush my own teeth and comb my hair and give myself a bath? It would be fun for a change, don't you think? No, it would be horrid. I didn't like it when you took out the picture painter last month. That's because I wanted you to learn to paint all by yourself, son. I don't want to do anything but look and listen and smell. What else is there to do? Alright, go play in Africa. Will you shut off the house sometime soon? We're considering it. I don't think you'd better consider it anymore, father. I won't have any threats from my son. Very well. And Peter strolled off to the nursery. Am I on time? Said David McLean. Breakfast? Asked George Hadley. Thanks, had some. What's the trouble? David, you're a psychologist. I should hope so. Well then, have a look at our nursery. You saw it a year ago when you dropped by. Did you notice anything particular about it? Can't say I did. The usual violences, a tendency toward a slight paranoia here or there. Usual in children because they feel persecuted by parents constantly, but really nothing. They walked down the hall. I locked the nursery up, explained the father, and the children broke back into it during the night. I let them stay so they could form the patterns for you to see. There was a terrible screaming from the nursery. There it is, said George Hadley. See what you make of it. They walked in on the children without rapping. The screams had faded and the lions were feeding. Run outside a moment, children, said George Hadley. No, don't change the mental combination. Leave the walls as they are. Get. With the children gone, the 2 men stood studying the lions clustered at a distance, eating with great relish whatever it was they had caught. I wish I knew what it was, said George Hadley. Sometimes I can almost see. Do you think if I brought high-powered binoculars here and... David McLean laughed dryly. Hardly. He turned to study all 4 walls. How long has this been going on? A little over a month? It certainly doesn't feel good. I want facts, not feelings. My dear George, a psychologist never saw a fact in his life. He only hears about feelings, vague things. This doesn't feel good, I tell you. Trust my hunches and my instincts. I have a nose for something bad. This is very bad. My advice to you is to have the whole damn room torn down and your children brought to me every day during the next year for treatment. Is it that bad? I'm afraid so. One of the original uses of the nursery was so that we could study the patterns left on the walls by the child's mind, study at our leisure and help the child. In this case, however, the room has become a channel toward destructive thoughts instead of a release away from them. Didn't you sense this before? I sense only that you had spoiled your children more than most, and now you're letting them down in some way. What way? I wouldn't let them go to New York. What else? I've taken a few machines from the house and threatened them a month ago with closing up the nursery unless they did their homework. I did close it for a few days to show I meant business. Aha! Does that mean anything? Everything. Where before they had a Santa Claus, now they have a Scrooge. Children prefer Santas. You've let this room and this house replace you and your wife and your children's affections. This room is their mother and father, far more important in their lives than their real parents. And now you come along and want to shut it off. No wonder there's hatred here. You can feel it coming out of the sky. Feel that sun. George, you'll have to change your life. Like too many others, you've built it around creature comforts. Why, you'd starve tomorrow if something went wrong in your kitchen. You wouldn't know how to tap an egg. Nevertheless, turn everything off. Start new. It'll take time, but we'll make good children out of bad in a year. Wait and see. But won't the shock be too much for the children, shutting the room up abruptly for good? I don't want them going any deeper into this, that's all. The lions were finished with their red feast. The lions were standing on the edge of the clearing, watching the two men. Now I'm feeling persecuted, said McLean. Let's get out of here. I've never have cared for these damned rooms. Make me nervous. The lions look real, don't they? Said George Hadley. I don't suppose there's any way... What? That they could become real? Not that I know. Some flaw in the machinery? A tampering or something? No. They went to the door. I don't imagine the room will like being turned off, said the father. Nothing ever likes to die. Even a room. I wonder if it hates me for wanting to switch it off. Paranoia is thick around here today, said David McLean. You can follow it like a spoor. Hello. He bent and picked up a bloody scarf. This yours? No. George Hadley's face was rigid. It belongs to Lydia. They went to the fuse box together and threw the switch that killed the nursery. The two children were in hysterics. They screamed and pranced and threw things. They yelled and sobbed and swore and jumped at the furniture. You can't do that to the nursery! You can't! Now, children. The children flung themselves onto a couch, weeping. George, said Lydia Hadley, turn on the nursery. Just for a few moments. You can't be so abrupt. No, you can't be so cruel. Lydia, it's off and it stays off, and the whole damn house dies as of here and now. The more I see of the mess we've put ourselves in, the more it sickens me. We've been contemplating our mechanical, electronic novels for too long. My God, how we need a breath of honest air. And he marched about the house, turning off the voice clocks, the stoves, the heaters, the shoe shiners, the shoelacers, the body scrubbers and swabbers and massagers, and every other machine he could put his hand to. The house was full of dead bodies, it seemed. It felt like a mechanical cemetery. So silent. None of the humming, hidden energy of the machines waiting to function at the tap of a button. Don't let them do it, wailed Peter at the ceiling, as if he was talking to the house, the nursery. Don't let Father kill everything. He turned to his father. Oh, I hate you. Insults won't get you anywhere. I wish you were dead. We were for a long time. Now we're really going to start living. Instead of being handled and massaged, we're going to live. Wendy was still crying, and Peter joined her again. Just a moment, just one moment, just another moment of nursery, they wailed. Oh, George, said the wife. It can't hurt. All right, if they'll just shut up. 1 minute, mind you, and then off forever. Daddy, 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 sang the children, smiling with wet faces. And then we're going on vacation. David McLean is coming back in half an hour to help us move out and get to the airport. I'm going to dress. You turn the nursery on for a minute, Lydia. Just a minute, mind you. And the three of them went babbling off while he let himself be vacuumed upstairs through the air flue and set about dressing himself. A minute later, Lydia appeared. I'll be glad when we get away, she sighed. Did you leave them in the nursery? I wanted to dress too. Ugh, that horrid Africa. What can they see in it? Well, in 5 minutes we'll be on our way to Iowa. Lord, how did we ever get in this house? What prompted us to buy a nightmare? Pride, money, foolishness. I think we'd better get downstairs before those kids get engrossed with those damned beasts again. Just then they heard the children calling, Daddy, Mommy, come quick, quick! They went downstairs in the air flue and ran down the hall. The children were nowhere in sight. Wendy? Peter? They ran into the nursery. The Veltland was empty, save for the lions waiting, looking at them. Peter? Wendy? The door slammed. Wendy! Peter! George Hadley and his wife whirled and ran back to the door. Open the door, cried George Hadley, trying the knob. Why, they've locked it from outside, Peter! It's outside! Peter! He beat at the door. Open up! He heard Peter's voice outside against the door. Don't let them switch off the nursery in the house, he was saying. Mr. and Mrs. George Hadley beat at the door. Now don't be ridiculous, children. It's time to go. Mr. McLean will be here in a minute, and then they heard the sounds. The lions on 3 sides of them in the yellow veldt grass, padding through the dry straw, rumbling and roaring in their throats. The lions. Mr. Hadley looked at his wife, and they turned and looked back at the beasts, edging slowly forward, crouching, tails stiff. Mr. and Mrs. Hadley screamed, and suddenly they realized why those other screams had sounded familiar. Well, here I am, said David McLean in the nursery doorway. Oh, hello. He stared at the 2 children seated in the center of the open glade, eating a little picnic lunch. Beyond them was a waterhole and the yellow veltland. Above was the hot sun. He began to perspire. Where are your father and mother? The children looked up and smiled. Oh, they'll be here directly. Good, we must get going. At a distance, Mr. McLean saw the lions fighting and clawing, and then quieting down to feed in silence under the shady trees. He squinted at the lions with his hand tipped to his eyes. Now the lions were done feeding. They moved to the water hole to drink. A shadow flickered over Mr. McLean's hot face. Many shadows flickered. The vultures were dropping down the blazing sky. A cup of tea? Asked Wendy in the silence. The end. The end. Yay! Okay, I think that's all we have time for today. Sorry, this one was longer, and I forgot. I forgot how long this one was and how much dialogue there was, so maybe it wasn't the best choice. The lion does not concern himself. The lion does not concern himself with... I don't even know. I'm eating my yogurt now. It's so yummy. I'm a genius. I'm a yogurt genius. There isn't gonna be a test, right? No. All I can hope is that I was able to help you fall asleep. That's all I can really wish for. Yummies. You guys wanna do some karaoke? Not too much, but... Here. What shall we sing? I'll sing a little bit. And then I will go back to homework. Super Crush Central. I don't know if I probably have the instrumental somewhere. Hold on. Super Crush Central. Okay, I need the lyrics. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna put my reverb on. Reverb. La 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 la. Okay. Alright. Turn this off. Oh, this is loud. Hey there! Is that good? I don't know. You're tuning into Super Crush Central, 1.43 a.m. Super Crush, Super Crush Central. All my girls, get 'em. Super Crush, Super Crush Central. All my girls, all my. So I walk into the party, face, eyes, makeup ready. Like, oh my god, hi, I didn't know you were gonna be here. I didn't spend 10 hours waiting, just happened to see your pictures. Flashback to yesterday morning, oh my god, why won't you text me? Time for a vibe check, yeah. Red flag, green flag, yeah. Don't you know you got me twirling my hair? I'm not gonna find another Super Crush, Super Crush Central. All my girls, all my girls, get 'em. Super Crush, Super Crush Central. All my girls, all my. You're tuning into Super Crush Central, 1.43 a.m. You're tuning into Super Crush Central. Why can't you get with the program? You like it cute, like it nice, like it sexy. Well, you're in luck, just this time that could be me. But all the mixed signals, it's driving me crazy. And astrology isn't helping, I'm asking ChatGPT. Time for vibe check, time for vibe check, yeah. Red flag, green flag, yeah. Don't you know you got me kicking my feet? I'm not gonna find another. So if he takes you out and he doesn't say it today, red flag. We're playing games and he just gets mad at me for no reason. Red flag. He really likes this character. Red flag. We're just talking and then suddenly he brings up another girl. Are you serious? I think we should kill him! Super crush, super crush central. All my girls, all my girls get up. Super crush, super crush central. All my girls, all my girls, all my super crush, super crush central. All my girls, all my girls get up. Super crush, super crush central. All my girls, all my girls, all my. You're tuning into Super Crush Central, 1.43 a.m. You're tuning into Super Crush Central. Why can't you get with the program? Yay! There, are you guys happy? Are you guys happy? Do you guys like Super Crush? I love Super Crush. That song is so special to me. The song is so special to me. I will always have a place in my heart for it. Yeah, red flag, green flag, red flag, green flag, yeah. Don't you know you got me kicking my feet? I'm not gonna find another. It's just so girl-coded. I think because it was like written by a bunch of girls, or it's like the experiences are very real. Super crush central. All my girls. I heard it for the first time in one of your karaoke's and fell in love with it instantly. I'm glad. When the Chalky album was being produced, so I actually did the chants for it. So I'm technically in the original. So I'm in the chants for the original, but for this album, excuse me, I burped. When the album was being produced, I remember hearing it for the first time and being like, oh my god, like this is the best song ever. And then Lori was like, oh, like, is it okay? She like asked all her friends, she's like, is it okay if I use like conversations that we've had in here and like add them to the lyrics? like reference them in our lyrics, and we were all like, yeah. I particularly like, and astrology isn't helping, I'm asking ChatGPT. It's like so silly. I don't know. I'm very glad that people enjoy this song, even though I don't really have much input in its creation. It's still very special to me, so it makes me happy that other people are able to enjoy it as well. Sorry, I'm like going on a tangent, but yeah. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? What's something I haven't sang in a while? It's very girly pop. Yes, it's so girly pop. I'll drink some more water. La 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 la. Na 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 na. Trying to think, what other songs can I sing? So What stories are we reading? I'm done reading stories. I'm wrapping up. I'm just singing now. But I read some short stories if you're interested later in the VOD. To watch the VOD. Trying to think, what do I sing? I want to sing at least one more song. La 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 la. Stories here, thank you for remembering for 10 months. Thank you. AYU'S always makes my day. It makes me happy. I get so shy when you guys do stuff like that because I don't know how to like accept it, but I am very like thankful. I'm thankful that you guys take the time to hang out with me as well. So yeah, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I've always said this, and I will keep saying this, but time is the most valuable thing that you can give to someone. That's why I think. Well, okay. I feel like you can always get more of everything in this world except for time. You can always get more money. You can always get more physical things. You can always get more love. You can always love someone more. You can always get everything. But the one thing you can't get is more time. Time keeps ticking, you know. So even if you give me just 30 seconds of your time, I'm thankful. You spent 30 seconds on me, I'm very thankful, especially with my friends who are really, really busy, when they make time to specifically, like hang out with me. So I don't know. I feel really like me. Like there's so many other things you could be doing. Crash, thank you for remembering for 16 months. You love, baby girl love, so much love. I'm trying to find a song to sing, but you guys keep being nice to me. Meow, 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 meow. I don't know what. Okay, let's search up karaoke and see what shows up. Ah, wow, wow, wow. Okay, I don't know these songs. I like this song. We're gonna sing this song. Is this the key? Okay, this is the right key. I adore this song. This song is so pretty. It's a League of Legends song, but who cares? It's gorgeous. Speaking of League of Legends, don't try to make yourself remember, darling. Don't look for me, I'm just a story you've been told. So let's pretend a little longer, 'cause when we're gone, everything goes on. I'm so pitchy, I'm sorry. Well, you were staring at the window, and I said I wanna take you to the sea. Wow. And when I'm better, we'll do everything. I gotta stop making promises I can't keep. But if I was gone tomorrow, won't the waves crash on? Is it selfish that I'm happy as we pass the setting sun? Someday I'll be overcast, but you won't have to cry, 'cause we'll do the grieving. But I'm by your side, and I said, don't try to make yourself remember, darling. Don't look for me, I'm just a story you've been told. So let's pretend a little longer, 'cause when we're gone, everything goes on. Oh, I'm not trying to make myself bigger. Yeah! And I'm so scared of getting used to this. All the vines that keep you tethered in your room. Wow. Someday both of us are leaving here, but for now I'll just bring the sea to you. Will you meet me in the the daylight like we did before. Then I felt you on my shoulder. You weren't suffering anymore. You said I'm sorry that you worry, but don't apologize. I told you to forget me, but you stayed by my side when I said, don't try to make yourself remember. Darling, don't look for me, I'm just a story you've been told. So let's pretend a little longer, 'cause when we're gone, oh, everything goes on. I can't sing! Ah! This is so embarrassing. This is literally so embarrassing. Everything goes on. Have you listened to Viola and Ace's new song? I have! It's a Giga song! Giga! Giga! I love Lisa. My life is so good. I need to learn it, but except I wouldn't suit it very well, so scratching my head. Every IU song heals my heart. Oh, you guys are too nice to me. What? I'll cry. I'll cry. La 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 la. Let's see, what shall I sing next? Let's see what I sing next. La 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 la. Twilight, thank you for remembering for 16 months. Oh my god, 16 months feels like a lifetime of good times. The most beautiful taco, never stop being amazing. You're too nice to me. Thank you for spending all your time on me. I love you guys. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. Blah, blah, blah. What shall I sing? Okay, I haven't sang this version in a while. I don't think. Maybe I have. This is like the full arrange from the start. I've been singing the acoustic lately. Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you and awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain. Listening to you harp on about some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how I wish you'll wake up one day. Run to me, confess your love. At least just let me say that when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through, shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start. What's a girl to do? Lying on my bed staring into the blue. Unrequited, terrifying love is driving me a bit insane. Have to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound Yeah! Yippee! 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 I'm going to eat another spoon of yogurt. I messed up and I shouldn't have messed up, but it's okay. I want you dead. I want you dead. Hi, first time viewer. You have one of the prettiest voices I've ever heard. Would you consider singing Summer Song by Mio? I think it would suit you. Before you shoot me up, please keep up book club. Okay, we're gonna time you out. Hold on. One moment. Alright, okay. Oh, must have been the wind. Let's see, what song shall we sing next? Oh, even the new viewers know what's up. Shut up! You guys are evil. See, you need to do that with like a non-membered name. You know what? You guys aren't really committed to the game. If you were really committed to the game, you would create like 10 different alt accounts and then start requesting Summer Song. That would actually drive me insane because I wouldn't know who it is. And maybe I would be convinced. You guys aren't committed to Summer Song. You guys aren't real Meolophone fans. Although no one should be a Meolophone fan. He's gonna kill me with a gun. And beat me with hammers. Yeah. Performative Summer Song enjoyers. This is You know what? Summer Song enjoyers being performative actually makes a lot of sense because Mio's the most performative person I know. I wasn't gonna out him, but half of my book recommendations that I read out to you were recommended by Mio, and you guys were like, "Oh, you have such girly taste in literature," and I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't gonna out Mio. But you know what? Mio is like a little matcha drinker, performative literature, like performative man. Anyways, I'm singing Biba Doobie because who would I be if I didn't sing Biba Doobie? Will it play? Oh, it will. Yee! I don't know if I can sing this song right now. My throat's like freaking up. You ought to know that I think we're one and the same. I don't think we could help it. I don't think we can help it. We don't talk much. Guess 'cause nothing has changed. And I'm not sure I like it. And I'm so tired of fighting. If I told you, you know how to go and break my heart in two. 'Cause I would anyways. We'd end up like always. You know me, you better show me that you could say it to my face. 'Cause you know we're the same. There's worse things I can take. Number 1, the real Meolophone would never give me money. Number 2, the real Meolophone would have signed off as cat girl. I know you hate it when there's nothing to say. I'm not quite sure we'd fix it. I guess we're so used to it. Wish I had known this from the beginning. We'd find it hard to work out why we have all this doubt. If I told you, you know how to go and break my heart in two. 'Cause I would anyways. The real Meowth would spit in my face. This is such a long ending instrumental, but yeah. I'm gonna eat yogurt while it plays. Oh! Yummy yogurt. Okay. Sorry, bro, I can't sign off donuts without money. I can only perform so much. You could make an alt account that's called Cat Girl, and then maybe I'd believe you. Let's sing more Biba Doobie. This is for you guys. This is for the baby girls. I remember when I said this was for the baby girls, and you guys are like, "Are you gonna sing Summer Song for me?" No! I've never known someone like what the fuck? Tangled in love, stuck by you from the glue. Don't forget fucking, or else I'll have to miss you. I guess I'm stuck forever. You're ruining your own song by the glue and you. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. You guys are ruining your own song. Ba ba ba. Finding the right words to use for this song. I have you in mind, so it won't take so long. Never thought I'd find you, but you're here, and so I fucking hate you. I'm not lying when I say I've been stuck by the glue onto you. I've been stuck by the glue right onto you. I've been stuck by the glue. I've never known. I've never known someone like you. I've never known. I've never known someone like you. Yay! I'm gonna take another bite of yogurt. 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 I love yogurt. I gotta get some sleep next to the stream. I am. Have a good rest. Thank you for stopping by. Yay! Yummy. Oh, no, eating my yogurt. I will admit to be a performative summer song enjoyer, but I do miss the worm song. I don't even know where the worm song file is. Consider it dead. Enjoy the times. Instead of reminiscing on the past, enjoy the times that you didn't have it. Okay? Just be grateful that you had it in the past. I don't know where that is anymore. It's dead. Worm song is dead. Ooh, tangled in love, stuck by you from the glue. Don't forget to kiss me, or else you'll have to miss me. I guess I'm on the glue onto you. I will only sing Summer Song if Mio himself asks me to. I think I've embarrassed myself enough. I think Summer Song will be taking a break from my rotation unless Mio himself asks. what shall we sing? I don't know the song too well, but I like it, so I'm gonna try to sing it. Bow, bow. Beauty queen of only 18, she had some trouble with herself. He was always there to help her. She always belonged to someone else. I drove for miles and miles and wound up at your door. I had you so many times, but somehow I want more. Wow, I don't mind spending every day out on your corner in the pouring rain. Look for the girl with the broken smile. Ask her if she wants to stay a while, and she will be loved, and she will be loved. That's all I'm gonna sing from that. Yay! I don't think I know Bird Song by Florence and the Machine. I think the only song I know from Florence and the Machine is The Dog Days Are Over. The dog days are over. Oh, the dog days are over. I don't know why I barked. There was no reason for me to bark. My bad. My bad, Pookies. My bad. Love, love, love. Paying the book club and karaoke entry fee. I hope we can send feedback that the organizers are thank you for the donut, call. Thank you. You were too nice to me. I'm nervous. I'm shy. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the book. I thought it would be kind of boring, but if you guys enjoyed it, I'm happy. I'm just a girl. Ugh. I'm not good at taking compliments. Meow. Good dog. I'm not a dog! We're gonna sing this song, and then I'm ending stream. I really like this song. I cannot go woof woof, I'm not a dog. Kiss me out of the bearded barley nightly, beside the green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning stuff. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up a band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. I read for an hour, so I swear I read for an hour, so I swear, this is the last song too. Kiss me down by the broken flowered hat. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up a band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Whoever's a good girl, I want you dead, by the way. And Bashful Puppy is insane. I want you people dead. Die. Perish. Perish. You guys are perverts and freaks. You guys are freaks and perverts. Kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hands, strike up a band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. So kiss me. So kiss me. Oh, meow, 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 meow. So kiss me. Yeah, my wife's soul is here, so you guys have to behave. So kiss me. You guys are perverts and freaks. This is why I have yet to receive a wedding invitation from any baby girls. This is why you guys will be chronically single forever and ever and ever. Magic, thank you for remembering my 9 months. I have my 8 a.m. come tomorrow, but I say hi before Ypres. Good luck on an 8 a.m. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Good night, April. Anyways, this is why you guys are gonna be single for the rest of your lives, because you guys are perverts and freaks and perverts and freaks and freaks and perverts. I hate you all, and I want to beat you with hammers. And maybe we should. Maybe you should. You know what? I suggest, guys. Instead of being here at the stream, you guys should go find a nearby park. Bring your best feminist literature, perhaps a matcha latte and a labubu tied to your waist, and sit with your legs crossed. And wait for a maiden to arrive. Oh yes, don't forget the tote bag. Don't forget the and the headphones. And await for a beautiful maiden to arrive. And then when the beautiful maiden arrives, accidentally drop one of your feminist literature on the most. But make sure you have a couple of pages annotated, and make sure you. I accidentally spilled my feminist literature on the floor in front of the beautiful fair maiden in front of you, and then she'll see. She's like, oh my goodness, and then you'll be, oh, I'm so sorry, fair maiden, for being in your presence, but thank you so much for picking up. Yes, make sure the pads and tampons fall out of your pockets too. Yes, and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, beautiful maiden. And then you can be like, is it okay if I got your number, beautiful maiden? And honestly, 9 out of 10 times this will work. 9 out of 10 times this will work. Annotations. Okay, why are there 3 crying emojis after annotations? Because I annotate some of my books. Are you guys calling me a nerd? Excuse me? Excuse me? You guys suck, and this is why I'm leaving. I have VTuber Dockies. I know it's already over. This is not true. VTuber Doc. As long as you're not like, jorking into. Oh, I actually spilled my literature on the floor. One of this beautiful fair maiden. What's that? Your name is Ayu. That's a beautiful name. Can I get your number, fair maiden? Unfortunately, I'm taken by this beautiful fellow called Baby Girl. By this beautiful fellow called Baby Girl. As long as you're not, as long as you're not like jorking the freaking, as long as you're not like humping your freaking Dockies, I feel like you're fine. I would date someone who had Dockies. Solcian, as a woman, would you date a man who had Dockies? Go on. She's not responding. Does this mean she hates me, chat? I own a Jingyeon Daki. Oh my god! So I know you like to make men cry in his work. Can you give us 30 more minutes? Or would you read us the Velveteen Rabbits? Be a bad kitten? Just for that, I'm not reading. I'm not reading it. I can't even read these out loud! Now I'm gonna put you in the kennel until you're sorry? I need to get out! I need to get out! I need to get out! Laugh at the freaks. You guys are my freaks though, so it's okay. You would do that, right? That's so crazy. What? Thank you for stop. Okay, wait. I need to stop streaming. Thank you for the no. What do you mean, haha? What do you mean, haha? No. Okay, I need to go. I need to go before you guys give me more money for no reason. Now I feel bad. What on earth? You guys are crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we ate a lot today. Let's eat a lot tomorrow. Please go be performative men in the wild, and don't hump your Dockies in front of women. #1 dating advice. No, I'm leaving. So no, I'm leaving. Then we ate a lot today, and let's eat a lot tomorrow. I love you guys very, very, very much, and please have a great rest of your night. I already procrastinated for like an extra 30. First time watcher, are you supposed to be a kitten? I thought you were an octopus. Can you sing summer song? Fuck you! I already said that I would only sing it if Mio himself asked me. So it's over. Stop! You can't leave me trapped here. No. I'm leaving. Can you sing? Yeah. La, 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 la. I can't hear you. Ah! You're so scary. Skelly. You're so cute. What? What does it even say? I can't even see it. Stop donating! Ah! Okay, goodbye. I'm muting. Goodbye, world. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.